because we had a situation this morning that made me think that other people might have to deal with this. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I have no makeup on yet, but our day has already started. I spent the morning with the kids. What are you doing? Are you just chilling? Hey, what's on your head? Presley, what's on your head? Are you a cute little chef? Oh, is it now time? Hey, let me get this. Oh, it's gone. You want your hat back? Oh, you want your hat back?
Life with no distractions. Get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Done with my own doubts.
You're getting good at that crossing thing. You're getting good at it. Yes. Oh, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I spent the morning with the kids because Patrick worked an overnight, so he got in at 6 a.m. and is now sleeping. And Presley is now down for her first nap of the day. And I am with Bubba getting ready for his first flag football jamboree session. So I'll show you what I'm doing right now. So I am about to boil his mouth guard to form it to his mouth. I think that's so gross. I never had to wear one playing soccer, so I'm not used to this, but like just the idea of the melted plastic like forming to your teeth and or silicone or whatever it is just doesn't give me all the warm fuzzies, but it's a requirement. So I'm waiting on the water to boil and get this started.
Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Done with my own doubts. Be free.
We made it! I'm flying so close.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.
Oh my goodness, it is probably so loud in my car right now. It's so hot. We were supposed to get here at noon. Start the scrimmage at 12:30. Get here at noon, actually get here at 11:45. Because I was like, if there's anything we have to do before that, I'll get it done. We don't start until 1 o'clock. I'm sweating, I'm drenched. The concession stand only took cash, and of course I had a card, so I couldn't get any more water. They said we were only going to be a half-an-hour scrimmage. We scrimmaged for an hour. I mean, we practiced for a half an hour, then scrimmaged for an hour. I'm spent. Patrick's at home with Sissy, thank goodness, because she would have been miserable in this heat. So now I know how to prepare for next weekend. But Bubba did good. He had an interception.
And with my interception, I scored a touchdown.
Yes, with his interception, he scored a touchdown. He did great, and he had fun, and that's all that really matters, I guess. But, oh, goodness. So, I just realized, look how burnt my shoulders got at his game. Like, oh, look at that. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I'm so anal about sunscreen, but we were only supposed to be out there a short amount of time that I really didn't even think about it. I don't even know if my face is burnt. My face doesn't seem burnt, but I wore sunscreen on my face because it's in my, it's in my, foundation and my moisturizer. So, God, it just hurts really bad. Oh, look, it's like, that's not good. I got stuff I can put on it, but I like touched my shoulder and I was like, ooh, why does that hurt? So smart of me. But we got home. Sister took a nap. I fed her and put her down when I got back home. And we had some lunch. Hey, baby. We had some lunch, and then Sister woke up and we're leaving the house for a little bit to make a Target run. I have to look for some like invites for Aiden's birthday and stuff. And we need to get out of the house to let Pappas go back to sleep because it's 5 o'clock and he needs to sleep before he has to go into work at 9. 9 to about 6 a.m. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Just gonna walk around Target a little bit, get me a little Starbucks, and you know, just do something I really enjoy. Who doesn't like Starbucks and walking around Target? And Bubba's gonna be excited because we're gonna look for some stuff for his birthday. So, it should be super fun. It really hurts. I'm such a baby.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss now. I'm done living life with the lights up, dive with my own doubts.
We just got out of Target. I swear I could walk through Target all day, every day, and still find stuff to get. For sure. Ran into my old boss and his daughter, which is super cute and fun. I love his little girl. And Bubba got himself something really cool for his birthday party that none of his other friends will have. Sister's cranky. She has got like either like a cold or allergies going on, and she's just been sleeping a lot and like super ornery. But Sister got a lot of toys today, and she got a lot of toys because she is almost 9 months and she's 8 months right now, and she's in the stage where she's trying to pull up on everything, so she needs more interactive tables and toys that she can like kneel and play on. So hopefully what I got helps with her development. So we're gonna switch some toys out pretty much. I'll get rid of the old ones, or I'll bring them to the office probably, and then she can use them there. She can always use more toys there. Okay guys, so this is the first time I've been able to like get away and talk about this and be alone for a second, but there's something that happened today that I just need to like talk about and address. And first of all, for my last video, thank you guys so much for all the love. There wasn't a lot of comments on my video, but on my Facebook and my Instagram, I got so many comments and so much encouragement, which I really like. I'm so blessed that I received that type of feedback. It makes me feel so great, and it was even more amazing to hear people's stories that were so much like mine. And they were like, I got comments like, thank you for posting this. I was feeling the same way. I thought I was all alone. I was the only one not losing weight. And that also encouraged me and helped me, because I realized I wasn't the only one either, and I wasn't alone. And so that was so great. I got so many private messages and everything like that. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate the support on my channel as well. It just solidifies more of like the reasons why I'm doing this. And I can't even thank you guys enough. It was such great feedback, and I'll do more videos like that. So this is gonna be kind of like an opening up portion as well, but in a different sense. So I need to address like age gaps and age differences, because we had a situation this morning that made me think that other people might have to deal with this. So my son is almost 9. He'll be 9 next week. And my daughter is 8 months old. If you haven't been following, that's kind of the age gap. Big one. Pretty much 8 years. And there are some great things to age gaps. Like, one, Aiden is so helpful. He can do so much. And he's like got this whole different perspective about her that someone her age or like only a year apart, it'd be very different. Like, he is so in love with her, and he understands like so much more. It's really hard to describe. I'm gonna try my best to describe it, but basically like he loves her so much, and he is excited about the milestones when kids who are similar in age don't really understand that quite yet. He like helps, and he gets so excited that she's crawling and walking, and he doesn't want to miss anything. It's very cute. And like a little bit about my son, he is super sensitive and has the biggest heart. A couple examples are like, he just takes it's so like when we were planning our wedding, and I might have said this before, but he kept saying, when's our wedding? And then when I was pregnant, it was, when's our baby due? And he calls Presley his baby girl all the time. Like, it's so sweet, and it's so great to see that type of relationship. My brother and I are 10 years apart, so a little bigger age gap, but like it gives me a good idea of what it'll be like. And I know there'll be harder times the older Aiden gets, but I never knew how my brother felt when I was Presley's age, around 8 months, and him being so much older. But now I get to see it with Aiden, so that's pretty incredible. And I was always told, like, when I started talking, my brother didn't like me as much anymore. So we'll see when she starts talking how Aiden feels. But today, so those are like the good things about it. And there are plenty more, but just like a little tidbit of how good an age gap can be. And it is less work on my half. I can't even imagine like 2 in diapers right now, or 2 under 2. But this morning we had a bit of a meltdown on Aiden's half, because he does get in trouble a lot when, like, in regards to Sissy. So he had his feet all over her toy, like rubbing it, and I kind of lectured him about that. I said, buddy, that is nasty. She puts that in her mouth. Like, you don't want to do that. He's rough with her sometimes because he is older. He doesn't quite understand like easy. He knows he has to be easy, but like sometimes she just gets like so excited. And today he went to put her down, and she bonked her head the way he put her down. And I mean, he was over carpet, and some of you are probably just like, why would you let him hold her and stuff like that? But like, go ahead and tell an 8-year-old they can't hold their little sister. Like, it's not happening. And we went through all the steps on how to put her down, how to like properly hold her. I don't let him like hold her over concrete or anything like that. I'm very cautious about that. But like, you can't really be like, I guess you can. It's perspective of it's all, not perspective, but it's personal opinion. So my, how I'm raising him is, if he wants to hold her, he's going to hold her. I'm not going to say no about it. That's just my opinion about that. And other people might feel different, and if you feel different, you probably won't have this situation that happened today. So he just like, I got really mad at him for that. I will say I got really mad at him because she didn't even cry, but like it sounded like it hurt. And I mean, he didn't slam her head or anything like that. Let's get that straight. It just kind of like, he laid her down and she kind of went like this and bonked her head. It happens. She's going to bonk her head a million times. It happens to me. But like, for some reason, I woke up not in a good mood. And I don't know what it was, but like, I was just crabby today. Very crabby. And as moms, like, it happens. And I get onto him quite often. I expect high expectations for him. And also, like, if I am in a bad mood, sometimes it rubs off and I snap quicker. I'm human. Sue me. Like, I'm human. It happens. And I snapped on him, poor kid. He obviously didn't mean to, but like, I made him so upset that he'd cry. Because I was like, buddy, you have to be so careful. Like, her head, if anything happened, you would feel so bad. Like, and he's just so emotional. He is very emotional. So I always have to be careful. And I don't walk on eggshells because I want to toughen him up. But I also, he's so sensitive and cares about her so much that I just hurt his feelings. So anyway, so he cried about it. And then he's like, I always get in trouble when it comes to her and blah, blah, blah. So he gets very jealous of her. Very. If other people want to hold her, that's when he wants to hold her and grab her and hang on her. And the thing I hate the most is like pulling and grabbing. And I'm like, do not pull, do not grab. Like, it is my pet peeve. Like, do not pull or grab me. And he gets very jealous of her. So I'm gonna have to be cautious about getting onto him and like letting more things go. And like, sometimes you don't realize you're being like that, but like, it broke my heart when he said that. But then I had to be like, listen, you can't always get the good and not take the bad when it comes to her. So I don't know if this was the right way to handle it, but this is how I handled it. How I did it was, would you not like to be her brother? And he was like, no, I love being her brother. It's just, I just get in trouble for everything with her and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well then we're going to treat today like she is not your sister. And this may not have been a good way to handle it, but it really worked. And I said, that means you can't hug on her and love on her and kiss on her and play with her. I said, because you can't get the good and not accept the bad. I said, because it's not always like butterflies and rainbows. Well, that lasted all 10 minutes before he was like, no, I want to be her brother again. Like, I said, buddy, you're never not her brother. I was just showing you that like there's good and bads, and like you really do love her, because I was trying to point out how much he does love her so that he would forget the jealousy and focus on the love. That's just kind of how I handled it. May not have been the best way to handle it, but that's what I did, and it worked. And like, it was fine, and it was fine after that, and he'll be careful. And but something else will happen again. But that was a little bit of an age gap problem that we kind of dealt with today. Is he is very in the understanding that we treat her differently than him. And that's really hard for me because she is a baby who doesn't know better, and he is a 9-year-old who does know better. That's very hard to explain to a 9-year-old. So it's frustrating in that aspect. He's very aware of what's going on, and that can be very frustrating. But it is a learning process. I obviously didn't get a handbook on how to handle age gap siblings. They didn't give that to you at the hospital. And I don't hear many people talk about that, but there are issues that occur. So if that does occur, maybe you try how I handled it. Maybe you think how I handled it was completely wrong, and hearing me say it, you're like, I don't want to do that. So then I showed you what you don't want to do. But either way, there will be a million more circumstances like that, and I hope that I handle it correctly. And it's just very hard. The age gap, it can be very hard. Everyone's saying, oh, you're so blessed, like he's very self-sufficient, and he is, and I'm very blessed. But there's never always good. There's always good with some bad. That's life. So that was a little bit of, I don't know what this whole little conversation was, but I'm ready for wine. I'm ready for bed. Patrick's doing another overnight, so his side of bed is empty. He got home, I think I've said it like a million times today, but 6 a.m. this morning. When we went to Target, he did sleep a little bit. We came home, I fed Sissy real quick, and put her down and spent like 5 minutes with him because him and Aiden were playing games the whole time. And then he was off for another overnight. But it doesn't last forever. It just stinks. I hate going to bed alone. But that was kind of how my day went. And I didn't have time to tell you guys about that morning situation because I was not alone away from Aiden at all until just now. And even now he's still awake, and I was like, Mommy's shutting her door to get ready for bed, which I am about to get ready for bed. But yeah, this is the first time I've had the opportunity to fill you guys in on that. So I am ending today here until my next video. Thank you guys, and love ya, and bye.